the allophone is a fantastic addition to all musicians, to composers, and most of all to our audiences. And it has just this fantastic, unique sound that is very versatile indeed. And, you know, we have pitch ranges that are really very powerful, actually, very low sounds and very high sounds. And we're still very much developing that arena. So it's absolutely a crucial instrument, I think, for any percussionist and musician to experience.
Do you see the instrument becoming a standard instrument for music conservatories in the same way as the marimba, vibraphone and crotales are now?
Yes, yes, I feel absolutely confident about that, and the enormous curiosity and interest in the instrument at this point is fantastic from so many avenues of the music business, you know, and so many different types of players, whether it's the marching players or players like myself, or I mean studio players would really be curious towards this, and obviously percussion ensembles and so on. But absolutely, I think because of its versatility and the fact that it can be coupled with marimba, vibraphone, other instruments, then really a very important addition to the percussion family, without a doubt. And, you know, it's funny because very often when new percussion instruments are developed, you might get, you know, some curiosity towards them, and there may be just a pool of people who will end up using that instrument. But with the allophone, there's such interest right across the board, really, whether it's solo players, ensemble players, marching players, you name it, you know. People are really intrigued by this because I think they can really see the sort of musical extension, and that's what we have to always consider. That has to be our number one priority. What musically can this give, you know, to our compositions? But it's very, very beautiful, and what I like about it also is that, you know, when you are feeding lighting into your performances, using lights and so on, it just, you know, can be wonderfully atmospheric. You know, you can make this look warm, you can make it look cold, you can make it look icy, you know, you can make it look even more kind of extraordinary than what it is. So the fact that, you know, immediately the audience is seeing this wonderful shape and the light on this is actually very special indeed.
I noticed recently that you played for the opening of the Olympic Games, and congratulations with that.
Oh, thank you.
And there, of course, we saw you were using the allophone.
Absolutely.
A new instrument.
Absolutely. It was very, very exciting. I mean, it was just the right instrument for the occasion and for the piece of music and so on. And you know, it just had this wonderful presence in the setting that we were in, and all the athletes were running past, you know, and the wonderful sort of movement of the piece that was in a way quite simple and elegant, really, and quite catchy at the same time. And to have the allophone positioned really in the centre of all of this was fantastic. But most of all, the sound of the allophone was absolutely right for the piece of music, and that's what we always have to remember as musicians, you know, which sound is right for the actual piece. And when the composer of that particular piece of music, Caliban's Dream, was introduced to the instrument, I mean, he was just completely enthralled. He really was, and just had no hesitation saying, that's the instrument we need to use, you know, and it was fantastic. So for me as a percussionist, you know, to have this wonderful new instrument, you know, to be seen by many, many people was fantastic. For me as the musician, you know, knowing that the sound was absolutely right, you know, for the piece of music was terrific. And for me as the sound creator, you know, bringing a sound where people were thinking, what is that, you know, and musicians and non-musicians, you know, who were curious towards the instrument was really fantastic. So I felt very, very privileged to have been in that position, and very thankful to have the opportunity to use the Aluphone.